You're scrolling before bed. It's been a long day. It's like 11, maybe even midnight. Meetings back to back. Shoot, you probably started at 6 something like I did today. I said to wake up and get my kid to his first official cross country practice. I was Everett. And here we are recording a podcast at 7:27 in the morning because why not? I've got time and let's go. It's been a long day, right? A flight, you might have a flight tomorrow. There's dinner. You barely taste. You probably ate standing up. I think of Dave from episode 139. Video stopped your thumb. A woman looks like Oprah Winfrey, or you got a dude that looks like Joe Rogan, or heck, why not Elon Musk as well? Because why not? Probably sells these things. They're sitting across from a man in a white coat, and this video starts talking about this pink salt trick. She says, or they say, that it melts fat away faster than Mounjaro does. That's a GLP-1 similar to Ozempic. And it's a fraction of the price, $19.99. It's in a green bottle. The price is $300. It's $200. It doesn't matter what the price is, but it's just this flash sale. Her voice sounds spot on. Her face looks pretty. Every part of this sounds real. You've tried things before that didn't work. This one feels a little bit different. There's just this trustworthiness. There's this convincing in a sense, but it's not real. Oprah, Joe, Elon never made that video. Somebody, they built her out of a code and put words in her mouth that she never said. They built her voice the same way, and here we go. It took enough pieces stitched together to fool every person scrolling on Meta at 11 o'clock at night. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to catch one of these before it takes your money yet again. And we covered this in episode 139 as well on Driven for Health podcast to help you save your real hard-earned money and don't buy those 30-day military challenges or these questionable supplements. We don't want any of that. You'll know 3 questions that catch every version of this scam, not only from the ones wearing a famous face and ones that don't, and they're just really convincing. This is Driven for Health. I'm Coach Brian Pirana. This is episode 141. As I mentioned and alluded to in the beginning, this is a 2-part series. The companion was episode 139 on fake workout ads, the AI-generated fitness that's going around. This one covers supplements and nutrition scams that you need to watch out for. And this con isn't new. It has just changed over time. One of the big reasons why I wanted to do this 2-part series for you guys is to help you pay attention to what is really happening in the actual space of online marketing. I have seen this happen so much. I get constant DMs about, hey, should I try this thing or do this workout series or whatever? And this, at least for the workouts, you're moving your body. But for these supplements, you literally are buying things that you don't know what is inside them. And that's a big problem. Now, for decades, companies have sold fake supplement and celebrity endorsed products to sell you weight loss pills. They used to just lie in the ad copy. Now they have been able to build videos and audios that sound exactly like whoever the person they're stealing from, because the tools have changed and the target didn't. They just want a solution. Just tell me the easy way out. And unfortunately, the easy way out is you just have to be consistently doing the right stuff over a long time to lose weight. And I have gone through that at exhaustion at this point at 141 episodes of what you have to do to do it. Episode 5 starts the nutrition pyramid. Episode 17 starts the strength muscle pyramid. And so these are things that you have to go listen to, those series, and figure out and learn from. The guys that run these companies, they lead sales teams. They close deals other people walk away from. They will keep people on the phone exhaustively to get them to pull out their credit cards. They do not let people walk away. And none of that protects you in these situations. If anything, it makes you a better target because you're used to just trusting. And like we have this gut intuition as humans. We see people, we can evaluate if they're trustworthy or not straight from the get go. And we understand human psychology, we understand psychographics, we understand marketing, sales tactics, and this has been done for what internet marketing's been around for 2 to 3 decades now. They are building this trust from the get go. Now, one of the reasons that got me to even do this, I've gotten a couple recent DMs on a variety of different topics on the market, like Fitspresso. They sent me a link and asked me if it's real. And another guy tells me about a meal plan he signed up for because the label called it healthy. It turns out it has a lot of higher fat and then what he was already eating at home. So why are we buying this more costly 500 calorie meal that's $14, $15 that takes us not in the direction that we want in our nutrition and makes it actually harder to figure it out? And a third guy asked me about a supplement his buddy swears by, the one with the countdown clock and the doctor in the white coat. A different product every time. Same question though. Is this real? Is this going to actually get me the result that I want, or is it just going to be money I'm throwing away? Of course, I'm a coach. I'm not a doctor. Nothing here is medical advice. Always got to throw that out. So today, let's jump into the fake face on these ads, and I'll show you the trap that's built behind the sale, and then give you 3 questions to pay attention to that will catch these ads in the act, so to speak. Number 1, the actual face. In October 2025, a video started circulating online. It showed what looked like Oprah Winfrey. She sat with a man presented as a doctor. Now, the product costs over $300 a bottle. The seller pitched it as cheaper stand-in for Mounjaro, the GLP-1 drug. One buyer had it shipped to her house. It arrived with no paperwork. The return address on the package traced back to a car shop in Florida. She never found the company again. Oprah herself came out and said someone is misusing her name. This is not a marketing complaint. This is not something that she's associated with. That's a woman finding out her face is being used to sell a product she's never touched, has a contract for, never agreed to, isn't collecting any cash. And somebody took what belongs to her face, and then put a price tag on it and started selling it online. And she wasn't careless either. She did what most of us would do. She watched a video that looked credible and made the decision under a minute. And this is the woman that bought it. And if you've ever trusted a product because of film of your face behind it, that's exactly why these ads are being created. And we use celebrity endorsements to sell products. We've been doing that for a long time in the marketing space. Number 2, the unlucky buyer. The Better Business Bureau tracked this exact product, the pink salt trick. It logs over 170 consumer reports in 2 months, spread across 34 states. Illinois woman spent over 400. Sellers that contacted her with offers to spend more. They will literally call you because of the funnel and start asking you for upsells. A Florida buyer paid $300.95. She got a call from someone posing as a health coach, pushing her to spend $800 more on more supplements. Hundreds of people are going through this process and losing money on whatever's in that bottle because it's not necessarily even pink salt sometimes. And in fact, say the Fitspresso was take 2 pills 30 minutes before you drink coffee in the morning. You don't have to do anything and you're going to lose weight. That just doesn't sound right. The Fitspresso, whatever's in there, is supposed to activate with caffeine and start boosting your metabolism to burn extra calories. Well, we know exercise burns extra calories, but you got to actually move. Caffeine can burn some extra calories, but it's not this exogenous amount of calories that ends up burning pounds of belly fat just because you start drinking coffee. So these are real losses. In a matter of weeks, the company behind the product denied authorizing any of the deepfake videos. They blame independent affiliate marketers running their ads. That claim might be true, but it doesn't change what happened to the people who paid the money. And this is a system that gets built to catch as many tired scrolling people before anyone catches on. So they can make lot of zeros in a sense and get away with it and disappear. Number 3, the playbook isn't only running on Oprah. It isn't on just weight loss. A separate company used Steve Harvey's face to sell a product called Vision Hero, an eye supplement with nothing to do with weight loss. But regardless, it's still the same thing. The ad routes through fake news sites, then lands on a sales page claiming the product reverses vision loss by 82% and cures conditions like uh, glaucoma and cataracts, right? So the common eye issues where you just can't see. Now, none of this is true, but it's the same cycle that is aimed at a different fear of losing your sight, because holy cow, do you want to wake up tomorrow and not be able to see? That is a major life change that you have to deal with straight up. So it's the same fake face, just a different wrapper or product. And you see these all across the board. Shoot, even on my YouTube, I'm getting all sorts of different ads on HVAC or on garage floor sealers. The insurance ones are the best. They have these productions where this guy's on stage talking about this, that, and the other, about how you could save percent. And in these states, you're getting overcharged. And there's lots of scene cuts in it. And it goes from this more authoritative guy in the front. And then when it goes to the audience, there's actual mics on their face. So there'll be like 15 people have mics on their face. That's a tell that this isn't real. Wasn't filmed in a conference and someone was doing it. So, yeah, you have to pay attention to these things and these methods. Number 4, here's the point that should change how you see all of this. None of it needed AI to begin with. Back in 2012, the Federal Trade Commission went after a company called Central Coast Nutraceuticals over an acai berry pill and a colon cleanser. Shoot. If you know those ads, those were booming back in the day. This ad claimed that Oprah Winfrey and Rachel Ray personally endorse the products. There's no video, no deep fake. It's just a lie. It's just literally borrowed their names, typed into the web page. The company settled for $1.5 million against roughly $8 million in consumer harm. Hooey. Back then, someone could sit behind a computer keyboard and just type a lie because it was cheap and easy to do and hard to trace. Today, people use the video model and do the same thing, and with better production value because of AI is definitely moving that way. The intent hasn't moved in decades. So we see these perpetual scams pop up. Acai berry, this magical Amazon berry that no one's ever heard of. You can just make stuff up off your head and then all of a sudden convince people that it would work. So in 2022, it was just a keyboard, and now it's just AI models running stuff. Number 5, if you are anywhere near a gym in the 2000, you know the name Hydroxycut. It sat on the counter at GNC. It sat in gym bags across the country. A lot of guys our age took it without a second thought because it boosted fat. Health science makes Hydroxycut. Now, in 2010, the FTC settled with them for $5.5 million in consumer refunds. The case centered on false claims, weight loss, colds, the flu. 5 products that we've talked about made promises that they couldn't back up. Part of it involved actors dressed up and telling you that the product was clinically proven. If this sounds familiar, especially Hydroxycut, the part that guys never heard about, the FDA had already pulled Hydroxycut off shelves once before back in 2009. The agency had received 23 reports of serious liver injury tied to the product, jaundice, seizures, cardiovascular problems, heart conditions. One of the cases was a 19-year-old who died in 2007. 23 people, one kid who never made it home. And that happened while the bottle sat in major retail stores and in gym bags across the nation. So every case in this episode is it has a cost of money, but also on one's health. So you have to think twice about doing this stuff. What the trap is, let's go to the Fitspresso, a weight loss coffee supplement my own audience asks me about constantly. The terms are buried in auto billing clauses. It enrolls you into a monthly shipment without a clear yes from you on the checkout. So you buy one bottle of this stuff turns into a credit card charge that seems endless and hard to get out of. That's what we end up seeing, and that's the version that I'm hearing a lot of guys do. The guys grab a bottle because the ad promise is an easy fix, and 3 months later they're still getting charged. All right, and it's usually 97 or 47 or 19 or 17, something like that. Those are typically marketing numbers that are like advertised to have because it appears to be more cost effective and efficient to do that. And oftentimes these products pile up because people forget that they even were getting charged, or they bought them and they stop how to unsubscribe and cancel. And it's designed that way. As I went over in episode 139, same difference with some of the fitness stuff that goes into back end sales processes and subscription. Number two, the guarantee shrinks after the money is already in. Fitspresso's file with the Better Business Bureau shows that 23 complaints in the last 3 years, 20 of them never got a response. The customer service that ignores 4 out of 5 complaints was built in to ignore them. Multiple customers reported the refund window changed from 180 days down to 60 without a clear heads up. On top of that, customers reported changes and charges that they never approved and a product that just doesn't work. So they would give you this, oh, you have a 180-day guarantee to be able to refund the product if it doesn't work. Well, again, people forget about it or they don't read the fine print. So really hard to jump through hoops to be able to get it in the first place. There's no clear number or email to cancel the thing. Now, this doesn't only happen with small operators running ads from a domain nobody's heard of. It also happens with bigger ones like Noom. Noom is a diet and weight loss app millions of guys and people already have on their phone. It paid $56 million in a class action settlement in February 2022. The case centered around 3 things: hiding the trial and auto enrollment terms, restricting cancellation to a chat with a virtual coach, charging non-refundable lump sums up to 8 months in advance. Hoo-wee. Can you imagine signing up for this? I don't know how much Noom is, $9 a month or $19 a month or whatever, something like that. And then you get like $80, $90 bill charge for multiple months of service. Then you're trying to cancel it through a chat window that keeps offering you a discount instead of a cancel button. Company builds in a lot of friction on purpose so that you give up. You don't have a lot of time to deal with this, so that you just end up giving up and forgetting about it, and then you get another charge. Every day you stay in these programs costs you money, and that then makes them money. This is the one I want you to think about is guys assume the well-known brand is a safer one, and the size of the logo has never been proof of the honesty built behind it. A court looked at the same complaint guys make about Fitspresso, canceled terms, a trial that just keeps running your bill up, and the court agreed enough to make Noom pay $56 million to cover it. That's a big one. Now, the FTC's own record shows this is a repeatable business model. In 2016, the agency went after a company called Direct Alternatives. Its supplement brand was Original Organics, and its product were named AF Plus and Final Trim. Sounds like all sorts of different fat burners and testosterone boosters and sleep aids. Their ads claim the pills worked while you sleep. They promise $80 gift cards that never arrived. Their risk-free trial required that you pay return shipping yourself. Could you imagine that? Like, hey, it's risk-free. Then you can, if it doesn't work, you send it back, but they forget to tell you it's going to cost you $10 at the post office and all this effort to do that. Or you face a $79.90 charge on top of all that, and the company enrolled buyers in a $24.95 monthly plan that they didn't really know or agree to or understand what was going on. The judgment against them ran $16.4 million. And again, this is the same processes that Espresso, Noom, and a lot of others are doing. So we have to pay attention. This is the DM I get more than others. It usually comes late at night. So like I see the time tag around 11 or midnight or so. And the guy just sends me these links and asks if it's legit. And again, consumer beware here. I just call out, hey, this is really heavily marketed and you need to pay attention to these. So I have 3 questions for you to help figure out. Number one, the fake celebrity, the fake doctor, the fake FDA approval. A company can do all 3 of those on the bottle is telling you something, or it says it has good manufacturing processes, but it doesn't have that certified label on it. Or maybe it does, and they're using it anyways without actually going through the real processes because they just bought something in China, some pill combination or a supplement combination. When something has a proprietary blend, that should raise flags too for you. So does it have a real a person behind it? Has this sellable name to it? Are there results of the product selling you to like lose this much weight in this much time? You know, what's in the bottle? How does the company sell it? And could this product just stand on its own without having someone's face? These are just simple things to start thinking about in this process. Now, a supplement company that's proud of its own product signs its own name in the claim, and there's a whole bunch of backing that goes for it that they sell. What drives fat loss is unglamorous and repeatable. Real food, you understand your calories, you understand nutrition, you're having protein at most meals. Most guys are going to eat 400 to 600 calories most of the time, 3 to 4 times a day. We don't need an app. We don't need proprietary blends. The food on your plate is what does the work. And you heard that in episode 140. Literally, Jamie, he lost 38 pounds in the Call to Rise 100-Day Fat Loss Challenge. Why? Because he did nutrition, fit into his busy everyday life. And if you want to hear his story, literally just go to the previous episode. It's pretty exciting. He's one of my biggest losers that I've had. Just a serious amount of focused effort to get an amazing result. All right. These are the secrets that I've shared with you on how people get real results. All right. So it's the same answer that we go back on every episode. And the thing that I personally sell is a coaching implementation program that actually drives people to be successful, that causes you to take different actions and think different ways about what you put in your mouth, not just wake up and take 2 pills and get on with your day and you just eat the giant ribeye, have the beer and whatever else, the dessert too. That's not going to help you. Here's what I want you to do before you ever pay for a product like this. Because even with Jamie, I had to tell him, you're not allowed to buy supplements without me. He bought some honey thing for like $60. So enhanced honey. What are you doing, man? Or these protein goo packet things. I'm like, dude, you're paying like $5 a pound in a sense for a protein when we can just buy chicken for less than that and eat real food. Like, let's just stop and think about what's happening here. So what we want to do is can you find a real company name, a real address, not just a landing page with a countdown clock? Number 2, second question, can you find reviews? It's somewhere other than the seller's own website. Like, look it up. Fitspresso, Does this work? Fitspresso, is it legit? Fitspresso reviews. And you'll start to see that come out. There's lots of websites that can disprove things as well, like Snopes and whatnot. Number 3, can you find a cancellation terms in writing before your card gets charged? If the answer to any of these is no, let's run. Close the tab, press the X button, and do not pay the Fitspresso, the pink salt bottle, the testosterone booster, all these supplements, the workout, pre-workout thing that melts fat in 5 days or whatever. Whenever we have these claims, that's it. This is what I tell everyone who sends me these things is I don't want to like lecture them for almost buying it. We just want to go through these 3 questions that buyer beware and educate consumers so that they do not buy this and waste their money. And I just want you to think about these things. If you're on the road and you end up running into this situation that now you're more equipped to be able to be successful in this process of not spending money where you don't, because it adds up. $20 here, $50 there, $300 there for these things that you're trying to. The solution is other issues, and that's where you get real life coaching. What's your relationship with food? When you go to a Labor Day party, barbecue, whatever, how do you act around food? Like if those aren't questions you're thinking about, then that might need to be if weight is a challenge. So don't buy these things, please. Run, get away from them, and don't let it take money out of your pocket. All right. And if you are on them now, please cancel. Stop putting money into other people's accounts that have just big, giant supplement businesses that sell things to people. All right. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a coach, but I've been in the game for 23 years helping people. And if you have someone that keeps talking about this, that, and the other, share this episode with them. Share episode 139 on the fake workout ads as well. Like, be informed. Don't make buyer decisions when you're in a moment of weakness and stuff. So please share, and I look forward to keep doing this with you guys in these episodes. Coming up, a little teaser, we're going to be doing a what to order series at different restaurants. So you're going to get the good, the bad, and like the ugly at different restaurants that you can eat on the go. That's a huge thing that a lot of my guys have to deal with travel and all. So that's an episode series so that you can be informed on how to make better choices. If you need additional help, certainly I have the Lose 3 Pounds in 3 days. The link will be in the show notes. And then we have also the Call to Rise, an actual implementation program on the process of actually losing weight in a sustainable way in your world. So that's thecalltorise.com. I look forward to keep these going. Thank you so much. Off we go.